issues. Yes, we cannot prevent allegations coming out. No political party can.
Okay.
But our true test, our true chehra is what happens after they come out, how strong action we take. But
Okay,
the way
Rajiv
I
Pratap
disagree with you
Rudy-
is number 3 point. It is, one minute, I
Go on,
disagree
go
with
on.
you in all the other insinuations and conclusions you are drawing in the inferences. That this is a do or die battle on a break path with a coalition ally, things are breaking and this and that. Why assume all this? Why assume the worst? This is a normal criminal investigation going on. To assume that ties are breaking or sundering is, I think, completely misplaced.
You are
There is no
saying
basis for it.
that the
And let's
Congress
not
is
assume the worst
demonstrating
scenario.
that action will be taken, and over the last several months,
Not
several such
action
cases
will be
has
taken.
been
I have-
have
we
been
have
cracked.
demonstrated that action
Rajiv
is being
Pratap
taken.
Rudy, demonstrable action which the BJP has been found wanting in taking. The Congress now saying we couldn't prevent the corruption, but if it's been exposed, we are prepared to go after the scamsters, which is much more than the BJP can say in its own defense.
Well, I was just listening to Mr. Abhishek Singhvi and how vehemently he spoke about how the Congress party acts against corruption. And this is exactly the question we must ask Mr. Abhishek Singhvi and the Congress party to recall, when did the Central Vigilance Commission give the case to the CBI to investigate? It was 20th October 2009. Why did it take the Prime Minister 11 months to allow that prosecution to be approved of? The second question, why is that it took the Prime Minister, who acted unaware of the happenings of the 2G spectrum scam, why was it that he sacked the minister so late? And you can talk about the raids being conducted today, the CBI only agreeing to conduct the raids when the opposition, which you are talking, the BJP and the combined opposition, mounted pressure and showed fingers that it was just not the DMK, it was just not Mr. Raja, it was just not the lobbyists, it was just not the corporates, it was the government of the day, the government headed by Mr. Clean, who possibly, we wanted to find out through the JPC, was possibly giving a complete patronage to whatever was happening. It was giving patronage to the 1,76,000 crore scam, which in the history of India has happened. So
Okay.
Mr. Abhishek Singhvi, when he talks about the vehement approach which the Congress party has to answer all these questions to the country.
Okay, Dr. Singhvi wants you to come in and directly respond to what you're saying. Go on, Dr. Singhvi.
There are, Mr. Rudy has asked me 2 questions. Both are the same. Why was action taken after so long? I will answer the question immediately, but I don't think he'll be able to answer my questions which will follow thereafter. My answer is simple. Mr. Rudy conveniently forgets that the concretization, the formalization of the details of the alleged scam happened only with the CAG report very, very recently. It is after the CAG report, which is
So
a constitutional
CVC was not
authority,
doing anything.
which gave a
The CVC
basis
report
within
was
the contours.
trash.
One minute. Let me complete. I haven't completed
CVC
yet.
report
That
asking
is
the
the
CBI to
context after
investigate
which
was
action
trash.
is taken. As against
The
that,
CVC
Mr. Rudy would
report
kindly answer my
asking the
question, which I am
CBI
sure-
to
no,
investigate
interruption
was
is
a
not fair.
trash.
Interruption is not fair. Interruption is not fair.
Abhishek, everyone is
require
hearing
you
what
to
you are
finish.
talking.
Let me finish first. Now, having answered the flurry of activity by 7 proceedings after the CAG report, in the context of the CAG report, it is in the context of CAG that Mr. Rudy's party has obstructed Parliament for 21 days. That's the question, that's the cause of action. As against that, for 24 months, we have continuous visual and paper images of Karnataka where there is proved by a 2,100 page report of the Lokayukt himself plus other evidence. And what does Mr. Rudy's party do? Apart from preaching on television, they legitimize, endorse, support and reappoint Mr. Yedurappa.
Okay.
Now I think that for the public there cannot be a starker contrast. Let us not preach. We have had enough hypocrisy. We are trying our best to manage a situation which has emerged. What the BJP is doing is merely fishing in troubled water, doing the opposite of what they are preaching and not doing anything except for crass political objects.
Okay, you both made your points. I know Mr. Rudy wants to respond, but before that,
No, no,
Ramaswamy
but
and Subramaniam
what
Swamy, let me just get these 2 gentlemen into the debate. I'm coming back to you, Mr. Rudy. Mr. Ramaswamy, given the sort of notice that was given to Neera Radia, to A. Raja, to his aides, Do you believe that these raids are shambolic, that way too much notice was given, all the real evidence had been destroyed, or do you believe the CBI is acting with real intent and purpose and is genuine about wanting to fix the scamsters?
Well, even your channel has reported that several documents have been burnt at the Vaishnavi Enterprises. What does it indicate? That not only has there been a 1 year notice, there is also a last minute notice. Well, have you hidden everything or not? In spite of all this notice and even a final notice which enables the party to destroy everything one day earlier, if in spite of all this some incriminating documents are kept there, they must be punished for stupidity, for nothing else, for stupidity. What is it? There has been enough notice for everybody who are near to Raja, who are near to the DMK, near to the Congress. Everybody has been on notice for more than a year now. And still,
do you believe, Mr. Ramaswamy, that these raids will put strain on the DMK-Congress relationship? Will the DMK suffer the ignominy of Raja, Karunanidhi's wife, the chartered accountant being raided? Or do you believe life after a while will come back on the same old track?
It will be difficult for the DMK to digest this, but Karunanidhi may feel that he needs the protection of the centre. Who has been protecting Raja so long? Not Karunanidhi. It is only the centre which has been protecting him. Even the Prime Minister had given him a good chit much earlier, and it was a wonderful certificate given to Raja by the Prime Minister when he said, Raja himself has said that nothing wrong has been done. He has written so in the Hindu, so that nothing is wrong. That is the kind of answer that was given to by the Prime Minister earlier. And the Congress President, yes?
The delay in acting is something the Congress does need to respond to. Bringing me to the second center stage face-off question for tonight, and I put that first to Dr. Subramaniam Swamy. Was just way too much notice given? CBI sources are telling our investigations team that several of the laptops have very critical documents deleted, which they are now using a special software to retrieve. Given the fact, as Rajiv Rudi says, in October 2009, everything was available, shouldn't they have acted faster? Is this just to send out a message that the Congress is acting against the deviants?
Well, first of all, I think we should go beyond whether Congress is cleaner than BJP or vice versa, and who is being delaying, etc. I think the issues are now so widespread, and the corruption that has been revealed is so extensive. Should look at the issue. In Etisalat, there is a Home Ministry report independently of the 2G spectrum, which says that Etisalat is Pakistan controlled, ISI controlled, and therefore no foreign investment should be allowed from it through it. And that's the Home Ministry report. Then the Home Ministry also says that one of the directors of the Swan is connected with Dawood Ibrahim. Now, here is one side. Second, these raids have revealed the LTT connection. Father Gaspar, this Nakiran Kamraj, they are well known in Tamil Nadu as people who have connections with the LTT. So now the whole national security has got got into this. Moreover, the diary of Raja, from what information I have, is going to have a 10 times more effect than the Radia tapes. So I think we have got a very big issue before us, and I think it's not a question of there is enough documentation, even if all subsequent documents are destroyed. The documents that are on record is enough to make Raja talk, and that's why today I went and filed a private complaint saying that Raja should be made accused, which the CBI has not done so far. That's the main important thing. The Raja should be made accused and interrogated.
And what Dr. Swamy is saying is very pertinent here, because I also wanted to interject earlier and respond to what Mr. Manu Singhvi was saying. October 22nd, 2009, the CBI raided DOT in Sanchar Bhavan. They lodged an FIR against unknown persons. Those persons were known. They are the same characters who are being raided today. The edifice of the investigation conducted by Ashish Abrol, Vineet Agarwal and Milab Jain of the CBI and the Department of Income Tax is an overarching investigation. It is 82,000 pages.
Dr. Singhvi, respond to that. This investigation of July 2009, which I have, It forms the basis of the raids that are now being carried out. Rajiv Rudy is also asking the same question. The people want to know, these unknown people were known to the government. These reports mention their names. Why were they not acted against for all this while, sir?
Obviously, if you have, the answer is you've given yourself. Obviously, if you have 82,000 pages of records, it is an investigation which has taken time. Anybody who knows police or income tax investigations knows that the investigation is painstaking, it is slow, and it involves a huge amount of documents. And this is not an unusually long time. While the investigation, in fact, probably was not complete, you got in between a CAG report by a constitutional authority, and then you had a Supreme Court monitored investigation. So the point is, there might have been a few weeks here or there, but the point is that 8 months or 9 months or a year for investigation of this kind, painstakingly matching accounts and doing all this thing, is not too long. And
Rajiv
where can
Rudy,
they go
is
if this
that
has been going on for so long?
to ensure that the
documentation
investigation is conducted
destroyed.
thoroughly?
I want
Abhishek
to raise a
Manu
larger
Singhvi
issue.
saying,
1 minute, Rahul.
okay,
Rahul.
go on.
1 minute, 1 second. The point I want to make is, it's a larger issue. I am not here to tell you that what happened in Tehelka, what happened in Karnataka, the whole country knows. The point is, it is unfortunate. Let's take a larger view of this. It's a serious issue. It's unfortunate. And you have here a government which is trying its best. Not merely pointing fingers. I'm only pointing out to Mr. Rudy about Karnataka and Tehelka because, it's wrong for the BJP to point fingers. What concrete things are they able to do about it is important for the country to know. And
Rajiv Rudy wants to come in and respond to you directly.
In
Go on,
this
Mr.
situation,
Rudy.
we can't do much.
Okay, go on.
I've been hearing, I always thought Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi is very coherent in his argument because he's a very, very prominent lawyer. But the arguments which he's offering today, and he sounds to be more agitated, possibly he was out of spokesman job for a while, that he has lost track, that he's getting so agitated about issue. I'm not, if you say we were demanding a JPC in Delhi and the Prime Minister kept quiet all about it, you demand an inquiry in Karnataka. So we'll give you an inquiry. So if you want to compare, and if there was corruption in Karnataka, then we are also talking about corruption at the highest level in the government here. So why don't you agree to that? So let's parallel it out. Let's put a parallel to it, that a corruption charge against the government, including the topmost man running the government, who allowed a prosecution not to be sanctioned for 11 months, has to be investigated. And now when the whole country is asking, the CBI goes and files a complaint, it has all the documents. In fact, the country will tell you today, and Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, you must hear it very clearly, that you used all opportunity, that the Congress party is saved from an embarrassment of investigations, revelations, which will come out of the CBI reports. And so you gave enough time for the accused, including Mr. Raja and the people involved, to eliminate all evidences, because it is just not the DMK. It is the Congress government at the center which is also equally involved, and there has been a charge that the CBI has been a Congress Bureau of Investigation, and you are using it exactly the way the country has witnessed it being used. So there's nothing new which you are saying, Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, but you will have to answer a lot of questions. The Prime Minister has to answer a lot of questions, and the corruption which has been charged is not a small amount. It is 1,73,000 crores. We also know how much the Prime Minister has said that he would. Yes, so you have to answer many questions, Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi. It is just not talking about Karnataka. If Karnataka is wrong, that needs to be addressed. But if something is wrong at the center, do not start comparing it to get out of it. People will not agree to you. No one will agree to you.
Okay, Cho Ramaswamy, we've seen the strain, we've seen the raids. Where do you see the story go from here? Will it be taken to its logical conclusion, or is this just to give the facade, give the perception that we are acting and we are seen to be acting? Mr. Ramaswamy.
It will depend on the pressure the opposition mounts. They have been doing it all right so far, and also the pressure the Supreme Court applies on the entire thing. It is the view the Supreme Court took, this very serious view the Supreme Court took, that has made the government act, and also the opposition's determination not to allow proceedings in the parliament unless and until a JPC appointed, and Mr. Swami's efforts at prosecuting Raja. All these pressures together have made the government act. These things must continue. The media attention, particularly the electronic media, has played a huge big part in this. The media attention, that must continue. Then perhaps the government may be forced to act, and something may come out of it. But this is too big an affair to just discuss it for a few days and then forget it. It's not like that. There is no point in comparing Karnataka and this. In Karnataka there is a pocket picker. The pickpocket returned the purse. It is a crime, no doubt. But are you going to compare it with this loot? No,
Okay,
that's an escapist route.
Okay, I want just one final comment. I'm out of time, but from you, Dr. Swami, you've played a very important role in bringing this matter to the fore, pushing the Supreme Court into passing, strictures, observations which have made this happen. Is that really the reason you believe the Congress is making these raids happen?
Well, I didn't push the Supreme Court. Supreme Court is pushing me. I mean, Supreme Court is too important for me to push. But anyway, I'll say one thing that nobody is saying, and that is that Sir Manmohan Singh has been stung by what the Supreme Court observed. And I would say that the bulk of the credit belongs to him for doing what he's doing. I hope his party doesn't block him, because what materials are going to come out is going to be a bipartisan explosion. And therefore, we should support the Prime Minister to see that this is brought to an early end.
And we'll keep tracking the investigations very, very closely. But for the moment, I need to thank all my guests for joining me on the Center Stage Face-Off. Cho Ramaswamy, Dr. Singhvi, Rajiv Pratap Rudy, Subramaniam Swamy and Sandeep Bamse. Thank you very much for being my guests tonight.